Welcome to Focus Finders. Let's review how to play. Once the round begins, direct your attention to the screen and discover the hidden images within the larger picture. Remember which hidden objects you have found. It might also be helpful to have a piece of paper and a pencil nearby so you can write down the ones you've found. Once the time is up, you can double check your work by looking at the special picture that shows all the hidden images highlighted. This way you can make sure you've found everything you were supposed to. If you didn't find all the hidden objects the first time, don't worry, as you can always watch the video again and try to find them all on your next attempt. Have fun! Round 1. As the sun beats down on the sprawling junkyard, the mechanic steps out of his truck, ready for a long day of searching for car parts. He's on a mission to find a shock absorber and a headlight that fits a 1999 Corvette, and he knows it won't be easy. You arrive and you see the mechanic scanning the junkyard for any signs of a Corvette. You offer to help, and he gladly accepts. Your mission is to help a mechanic locate some crucial car parts that he desperately needs. Begin your search through the junkyard. First, let's set our sights on the shock absorber. Let's see if we can find that. Can you spot it? I bet the mechanic will be so thrilled when we find that shock absorber. I bet the mechanic will be so thrilled when we find the perfect shock absorber. When we find it, it'll really feel like we springed into action. A rear view mirror might not seem like an important find, but it can give you a really new perspective on things. Why was the car emblem so easy to find in the junkyard? Because it was just sitting there, hood ornamenting the pile of parts. The rear view mirror was invented in 1911 by a race car driver named Ray Harun. Harun was the winner of the first Indianapolis 500 race, and he developed the rear view mirror as a way to improve his visibility while driving. Before this invention, drivers would have to turn their heads to see what's behind them, which is not only dangerous but also made it difficult to maintain the control of the vehicle. Ah yes, I found the headlamp. It wasn't in the junkyard but was sitting on top of the workshop. Oh no, I think I lost my cell phone while searching for these car parts. Can you help me find it? As the time ticked down, the tension increased. Everyone was focused on finding the hidden objects before the timer ran out. It was a challenging task as the objects were cleverly concealed. Round 2. As you continue the search for the mechanic's parts, you stumble upon two Volkswagen Beetles parked side by side in the junkyard. They are both rusty and missing some essential parts, but you can't help but notice how cute they look next to each other. So how about it? Hey, how about these two classic cars? They might need some work, but with a little love and attention, you could have them back on the road in no time. Let's get to finding those hidden objects. I'm not saying we need a tow truck, but it shouldn't be difficult to find in a junkyard. Now back to those Volkswagen Beetles. Are you sure you're not interested in purchasing one? I could give you a real good deal on it. Have you ever heard of the game Punch Buggy? Punch Buggy is a game that involves spotting Volkswagen Beetles on the road, gently nudging a friend's arm shouting, "Punch Buggy." That game was always a mystery to me. It seemed to have no end, and oftentimes I didn't even know I was playing the game. Nothing that a little bag of ice on the shoulder won't cure. I could have sworn that was a VW bug. Oh well, my bad. As you continue your search, you come across a bolt and a file on a workbench, along with a cellular phone and a steering wheel. Looks like someone tried to make a car out of a phone. With such an outdated device, I would have used a touchscreen. Oh look, here's a tire, and it still has some tread on it. Looks like this tire still has some life in it, unlike some people I know. If you're still looking for the tire, I'll give you a hint. Check where the side mirror should be. Suddenly the timer beeped and everyone let out a collective sigh. It was over. They had done their best, but had they found all the objects? Round 3. As you approach the junk car with the hood up, you see the mechanic scratching his head and looking frustrated. What's the problem?
It's this darn absorber,
He says, pointing to the part in question.
I need a new one, but I can't seem to find it anywhere in this heap of junk.
So let's roll up our sleeves and start sifting through the piles of rusty old car parts. The shock absorber has to be here somewhere. Also, we need to find a spark plug, a tire, and a speaker. Let's get searching. Shock absorbers were first invented in the early 1900s and are an important component of a car's suspension system, helping to absorb the shocks and vibrations while driving.
I drove down Washburn Road with no shock absorbers the other day. It was like being in a paint mixer, and my teeth rattled so much I felt like I was auditioning for a role in a chattering teeth commercial.
All I have to say to that is, good thing we're looking for a new shock absorber. Let's get looking. I'm thinking somebody ought to tell that mechanic to keep it under 100. Speaking of speedometers, the first speedometer was invented in 1902 by an American inventor, Arthur P. Warren. Today, speedometers are standard equipment on all cars and help drivers maintain safe and legal speeds while driving. It must be all the sun, because for some reason I keep having this vision of a moped in the sky. Time is almost up. Get to looking. Several of the objects can be found in the center of the screen. Look really hard and really close. Can you find the last few items in the last few seconds we have left? No pressure! The group eagerly began to compare notes and examine their findings. One by one, they called out the objects they had found, and the group cheered each time. It turned out that they had found all but one of the objects, but despite the missing item, everyone felt a sense of accomplishment. Great job, everybody. If you want to stay updated with my new YouTube videos, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the notification bell. Also, if you enjoyed the content, please click the thumbs up button to show your support. Thank you.